Anyway, this game is on full blast, so after a hard combat encounter, after a hard set of puzzles, we now must come to the emotional crescendo, because sitting still is for losers. And thus the experience is over. A desire has been fulfilled. A purpose has been served. If they kill Gotham, like, I understand we're at the climax of the game, but this has been like the, I guess the stakes have slowly been rising. It's like you're sitting in a pot and a lobster just slowly gets boiled. Or is it a frog? I don't know. I think they do. The guy cut off his legs. I don't know. Gotham? What are you doing here? He's been playing the video game, you dumbass. He told he was on site. Oh! Oh my god, he actually... Like I said, all this is probably instant matter because that's how they build it so high, but you probably wouldn't want to stand as a person because instant matter, if it can float, it's probably not... Like you can break it with your fist, basically. Stop this. Not on instant matter construction. Congratulations. You beat the challenge. And I gave you my word. I like how the floor is just completely fucked up from this. Use the teleport over there. I'll bring you to the server. Sergey, he's with you now. I'm glad. Gotham, from this day on, you all disappear. Vermilion Wasteland. The design. Man, your eyes are twitching like you're about to kill someone. My creations, my work, all gone. Oh no! But I'm glad. After causing all this misery for so long, finally, it's over. Leah, I have a bad feeling about this. Hit him with a crowbar, right in the noggin. Please tell everyone that I'm sorry. No, don't say that. Leah, you have to stop him somehow. We already know that you can't do shit. Wait. I like how she was affected by foreign substance for like a moment. Time for me to log out. Time for me to log out. I mean, I imagine the floor is still as hard to hit as anything else. Especially since there's probably like a solid planet under there somewhere. That's a lot of doors, and also open space you could fly around with a little baby helicopter drone. Oh! This is it. You've reached the server. Nothing I can do here. Fixing the issues following the crash is beyond me. Access to the environment server remains blocked, despite what just happened. Why? Gotham. Very unfortunate. This is on you, Sitwell. I didn't expect this to happen either. Because of this business. This went on for too long. That's why this happened. That's what you believe anyway. Of course this wasn't intended. To be frank, I'm not surprised this venture lasted as long as it did. Let's be honest, the whole interrogation program wasn't exactly a stable business model, and no, they considered it was a success. How, you wonder? Well, how could I possibly consider all this a success? Maybe I just wanted to keep a highly advanced AI technology away from the public, and delay the inevitable impact it would have on today's society. My goodness, are you the fucking script they threw away? Of course not. This is not very profitable, really. Profits. Once you have robots, you cannot have an economic system, because robots usually just require oil, and they will kill you. And a robot will very quickly realize that money doesn't matter, because robots can trust each other more than humans. I imagine that they would get rid of the problem very soon, especially those who would resist it. Confidential information can sound incredibly... Yeah, seriously, Leia, they broke into servers. It's been a backdrop element that's come up a couple of times. What did you think he was using it for? Confidential information is valuable. Knowledge is power, as they say. Joking now, are we? Well, I mean, like, Sidwell looks like the kind of guy who would kill himself for a buck. If he would live somehow afterwards. Well, and the power of ability foiled by plans. Everyone fighting for the well-being of avatars. Man, he's a psychopath, ain't he? Because he's, like, putting on all the expressions that he should. He's like, oh, man, I'm so sad about this. Look at how nice all this is going. Like he doesn't give a shit on any emotional level. And now that the secret is out and so many players know about it, there's no way for me to continue. Honestly, what's even the point of waiting if you destroyed this place in the first place? By the time you managed to escape the underground, I knew I was unable to run this business for much longer. Yet it felt wrong to end things right away. I was curious. Why? That's why I decided to wait. I guess if you are like one of those highfalutin brain boys, then you would be like, I want to see how I get outsmarted. Decision I now regret, especially. Really? Why would you care about Gotham? Really? He doesn't feel like the kind of person who cares, other than that he lost an asset. Anyway, this business is over. It's time to move on. Bye. You remember, don't you? The time we spent in that room. Vermilion Wasteland. Those days were strange indeed. Pardon me, I hope things could have stayed that way. That you'd remain oblivious to the truth. And then there's the other part. Just glad that you... What are you, Sidwell? I guess... You know, listen, there's another way to look at this. Sidwell just does not consider artificial intelligence a person. Like, there is not a single level of him that considers a random artificial intelligence. Like Leia, because you got attached and you can't stop that. Like, he is a person. But he just doesn't consider AI to be a human life. Like, he thinks a human life is this elevated state, and Leia was just kind of neat. Like, you could do that. That is an extremely nuanced position, by the way, to have for a character is, well, I am a normal person, and I'm very normal, but I will gladly just destroy a robot. I don't give a crap. It's a robot. You can make a new one. You know, like that. Like, you could have that, but that feels way too nuanced for what this plot has done so far. On the other hand, it would be up its alley to go, like, the extra mile for no good reason. What are we gonna do? He's probably logged in. He can just teleport out of here. Like, he didn't leave the little footmark, so he's an avatar at the very least. Leaving like this. You talk to the people, their talents, their dreams. And he pushed them to more schemes. How dare you even call this a business? How dare you just walk away like this? I think he can't hear you anymore. Like, just log into his headset. Oh, much which effort that takes. Leah, this time. Let us secure the data, Leah. How do we do that? What do we do? Where do we put him? I guess we put him in the main server? Or we just make it so that Sidwell doesn't have authorization or something? Hi. Ah, Leah, you're back. Svermatal Leah, have you returned victoriously? Did it work? Yes, we did it. We recovered the backups for all the avatars I found on the server. But they're backups, not the active running. Satoshi, Lucas, they are all safe. I mean, well, it looks like Sidwell gave up on his business. He logged out and disappeared. What is it with people? Okay, so I think I saw one recently. Yeah, it was Star Trek Picard, where Picard is like, goodbye, and then he walks, and then he teleports. I thought that why would you walk? You're teleporting. Stand still and make it easier on the guy teleporting you. I don't get that. With logging out, I guess there's like a thematic element to it, but Picard is not the I don't get it. I don't get Picard in general. The colors are all goofy. You logged out and disappeared. And what about Gotham? What happened? I'm sorry. Gotham, he has that big red spot on the ground. You see the ones all around us? He committed suicide within the dungeon compound. I wonder how far he fell and how hard he hit the ground and how big of a crater he left. Because, again, if he makes dents just walking on the floor, I imagine that his ass slamming into the ground will cause a lot of damage. Also, since he wasn't affected by foreign matter, I imagine that the little office he was in was like a one stable ground around or something. Or maybe it was like a hovercraft that was sitting right next to it, like a little helicopter that's attached to the building. It happened so quick. I guess you only need like minimal building structure to keep it completely stable if you have everything working together. It happened so quickly, there was nothing we could do to stop him. Suzuka, I am so sorry. That idiot. Now of all times, why would you do this now? Day after day, playing this stupid god figure, doing a Deus Ex Machina at the beginning of the game, preparing those interrogations. I just thought he didn't care anymore. Like I said, this game is on constant full blast. You can't stop it. One thing I was never considered. That was him who took on the heavy burden, having the worst part. That's also possible. Like, it's maybe that there are parts in the DLC that contradict that theory. He must have lost control a long time ago. And they decided to sink himself into his creative endeavors in hopes that someone makes it right or something. This was it. A long journey. Oh no, I think it's Sergei saying this. Yes. Well, I will have to get in touch. Instatainment. This is gonna be the most awkward meeting you're gonna have in your life, Sergey. By the way, hello there, company. I found hundreds of people lying in our servers. What do we do with them? And then, like Sidwell, they're like, they're not people. Bloop. And hopefully we will be able to create a proper future for the avatars that way. So what happens to Leia now? I'm afraid we cannot afford to keep her in the game much longer. I am not allowed to do that in the first place, and I really should break company rules when I try to discuss the matter with them. That is incredibly smart of you. Thank you, Sergey. But there is no reason to rock right away, no? We can at least play together a little longer than we. I suppose there is no reason to rush things now. What are we waiting for then? Us to the playground! Akada. Oh. It began when I set out to find my long lost colleagues, my old friends. A loading screen, huh? Oh, I guess it's trying to load all these big maps and stuff. Back where Zenny started. By now, this enemy are kind of a joke, no? I mean, if we didn't have those boosters enabled at this... it's gonna point it out. I still don't know what to tell you, man. I just can't get a German accent down. I can't get a Dutch accent down either, and I'm a native speaker, so what the hell? Not at all. Yeah, head tags are really easy for people with melee stuff. Back then, she was the only clue I had. That's why I put it into the game. I guess it's recapping the whole story in case you're a big idiot who forgot this. Or you play the early access, and as things were released, you know, cold, cold Bergen Trail, the first mountain for every seeker to conquer. And I think the only mountain too, right? And it's filled with cute little bunny creatures. I feel bad about beating up so many of them. And now, Sean. These little bunny masses that can cause quite a lot of havoc as well. Have you ever heard of the great... That was probably... I like how this surrounded, but it's probably a bug. Finally, our party has reached... What I like most is when you think about it, Sergey technically also starts in the position that he kind of just sees Leia as a tool. So I guess he shows what happens. Well, like the main point, like Sergey is what would have happened if Sidwell actually interact with the avatars that he made or something, I don't know. Interesting dichotomy! He's standing in the bushes just for the... that's such a good bit of timing. I mean, if you're playing it as, like, an actual person in Crossroads, then probably. Well, you're lying to something that can be a person. Oh my god, you jerk. Yeah, so he did actually treat her like a tool at first. So it's, again, parallels to Sergey. Except that he slowly realized that this whole situation's a bit bigger than that. Because don't forget, like, Sergey's original plan was just to find Gotham and Satoshi and Shizuka. He didn't care about Sidwell, didn't care about the avatars. That came later. So, yeah. That's... I mean, it's not possible to see that from Leia's perspective, I guess, but hey. Too bad that I didn't get a chance to meet you. Why? Well, let's just say it's connected with Instatainment. By the way, if you want the good ending, you have to talk to Ivan. Are we signposting this loud? Are we signposting this loud and clear? Just in case. That's a good pun, though. I almost ate my microphone. I don't want to learn Chinese right now, Duolingo. Get out of here. It's been like several days, like a week or two. Maybe multiple. It's hard to say what the time breaks were. Oh my, what a lovely hideout. I also had a guy who was like super into it. So the time has come. I am not sure what else there is to say other than thank you very much for everything. Ah, we could have not have done it without your help. Really don't mention it. We serve justice with a capital J for context. Sergey, Leia will be alright. We'll be back, right? Please promise me that she will return. I unfortunately cannot give you that promise. I can only promise that I will try my very hardest to make it happen. Just in order to make you feel happy, I will talk about how they will put her in a tiny USB drive and shove her into the moon. That is where she will be kept safe. And only when you are dead and robot rights have happened will they find her and uncover her and save her. You will be dead and corpse by robot uprising. I would like to point out that this is Instatainment's little thing, implying that a robot apocalypse is around the corner nonetheless. Because if an entertainment company can stumble into it, I don't want to know about someone actually trying. The sprite artist, after making a giant elephant, wanted to make some hugs. Hug. 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 Oh my god, I love how he stepped back. He was like, I don't want this. Alright. Farewell, Leia. No one. I guess for all the role-playing, he's still a nerd. Oh! What a rock in the surf. Hugging yourself would be awkward. But we all know the question that goes through our head right now. I don't think it is. You dirty little boy. I don't think it is. Because it's, at this point, two different people. Hugging yourself, that's gross! Ew! Video games. How sensitive is her touch as an evotar anyway? Like, I imagine that to some extent, there's like a limit to how much you can actually experience the human experience in terms of senses. This is my cue. Good night and sweet dreams, Leia. Deleting avatar! Clickety-clack. Now it is up to me to make sure we can meet again. Let's go to the post-game menu. No? No, we got the credits first, I guess. Alright. I mentioned several times that I don't like this game. I don't like this game. I hate it. But I hate it on two main things. One, it is 100% max blast the whole time. And as anyone who plays Advance Wars can tell you, Max is not fun to fight if he constantly has max blast on. Second, it's good at everything. Nothing actually excels. I might be playing the game wrong, but Jesus Christ, that's one hell of a name. I think they just made that up, or that's like one of those fancy Arabian names where you inherit a bunch of stuff. I mean, like the Queen of the Netherlands, like queens tend to inherit like lots of titles, as do kings. Because that's just how royalty works, like you inherit all the titles that they've accumulated, like, oh, you're the general of the army, etc. As I mentioned, oh man, that's not a lot of designers. Well, like, this game is great. But I hate that it goes max fucking blast the whole time. It does not let up. There's only peaks. There are no valleys. Oh, you're a new area? PvP time, motherfucker. Fight a dude who's actually pretty tough if you don't know what you're doing. It never gives up. Nothing is amazing. The combat, the puzzles, they're good, but they're not the focus. The story, it's alright. Could use a little bit of work here and there. Nothing is great, but there's the potential for it to be perfect. There's that potential to go past great, but because it's all good and it's all nice, it just makes me think about what would have happened if you just made one of those things actually amazing. That is a shit opinion to have. Throw me down a well. Can I speed this up? No, I can skip it. I don't want to skip it. I think you should buy this game if you liked anything of it, because you'll probably have a decent time. Don't get me wrong. This is one of those games where if you just pick it up again, who cares? Am I gonna do the DLC? Probably not. I don't give a crap. DLC is another big fat dungeon and a whole bunch of character plot moments. I don't want more Full Blast. Deck 13, that looks a lot like Caravel Games. I think the people of Drawder want to have a little talk with you, they want to have a little chit-chat, they want to have just a little conversation, just a little one. I just don't care. I just don't care. If someone gifts me the DLC, I might give it a go, out of pure sheer sense of obligation, and why not? At that point, it's harmless. I'm not spending any more money on this. I have my fun. I am tempted to do another playthrough with all the New Game Plus modifiers and get the good ending just for kicks. Just for completeness sake, but... Sis. Marco, sweet. Danganronpa. Nyan Ramachandran. What a name. There are a lot of names here that make me go, woo. Hey, it's Luffy. What the heck? There's names here that make me wonder if perhaps this is an interdimensional collaboration. Why did they pick the letter Y instead of the letter J for these names? I will not know. For like the Romanji transliteration. Mayflower. That's a pretty cool icon. I like it. It's not the boring stuff that most companies do nowadays. Jinbyum. Also, the way this game is set up strongly has European characters in it. I don't want to be a complete another buzzkill, but... I don't know, maybe they're just hidden somewhere away, but... I mean, I guess Shizuka and Shitoshi, but like one of them is dead and the other is just... I don't know what the hell Shizuka's up to. It's implied she's a player, but I don't know, I'm gonna waggle my finger. Indiegogo backers. If I ever make a game like this, this is going to go in a little offhand section. This is not going in the credits. Because the only people who care about this is the one guy with the one name, and no one else does. You might go, oh, I recognize that person. Again, not in the credits. I probably am just going to be frustrated if I have to put in everyone at Ubisoft in it, even though all they did is publish it. You know, that kind of stuff. I don't care about that. The people who go in the credits are the people who did the work. Welcome to socialism, motherfucker. You might be the CEO of the company, but you didn't do jack shit. You don't belong here. Get out of here. Shoo. You go in this offhand section of other people. But the backers will go on top, because they are technically the reason the game got made. I don't even know what kind of game I'd make. Actually, I kind of do. It'd also be the kind of game that makes a lot of people go, why is this so easy? And it's like, that's the point, you dipshit. It's not supposed to be a game difficult. Everyone makes difficult games nowadays. We're going back to the NES era. What's happening to everyone? It's all assist modes and difficulties. It makes my head spin. Apparently Remy from Angels with Scaly Wings made a denomination. Why are some people... Oh my god, look at how long this list is. Jesus Christ! This is why I hope that there's a button that makes this go faster. Nope! There are no buttons that make this go faster. Eric, Mr. Helix. Why do you have Mr. Helix as a... Eric Breaker Beam. That's from Super Mario RPG. Mixels. I can't donate to games on Kickstarter because Kickstarter doesn't like PayPal, and that's my only way of paying digitally. They also don't like Ideal, which is like the local Dutch, whatever the hell you want to call it. Steam accepts it, but it always crashes at some level. But, yeah, they don't accept any payment that I have access to. I'm not getting a credit card. Fuck you. I'm not falling for that one. Waggles my finger at the screen. I'm not falling for it. In general, I think... Schneider. That's probably a coincidence, though. I, in general, think that the economy needs to go away. There is no reason. We live in a post-scarcity society. We're just pretending it isn't. Get it out of here. Be gone, evil doggo. Why are 3 people 1 credit? Oh my goodness. This is so long. Are these all different tiers? I think they're different tiers because I think we cycled the alphabet already. Gamer XP. I don't love me shama. Gamer XP. Ho ho ho. Phoenix Fox. I mean, it's always fun to read names like they're part of Smash Bros. Stephen East, Timbo, Vikov, Zelitog, Windsor, Charmeleon, War Turtle, Arbok. Oh my goodness, it's the people who made little contributions. These are probably Kickstarter backers who paid enough money to get a little NPC dialogue. People like Ophinia and Angels of Scaly Wings primarily because I told them to just do whatever the hell they wanted and just make it a little goofy. Instead of being, I'm an insert, I get to be fancy. Other people told me they don't like it, but that was like one person, and I don't care. In case you wonder, the game would be about Ophinia because she's one of those few things that I put a lot of mental energy into over the years. She's very expanded. Oh my goodness, they're hinting at the DLC! How else would he know that conversation? Or something, I don't fucking know. How would we see... I guess that's the post-credit scene. We're not Leia anymore. Is this the code already? Not yet, dear. We're still waiting. Should contact us any minute now. Hello, everyone. Good day, Sergey. That's a rhyme. It has been some time. How have you been? Bonjour. Let's go to the chase. What about Leia? We tried our best, but we could not convince them. I am sorry. Evotors are officially banned. What does this mean? I'm not allowed to let Leia back into the game, nor was I allowed to keep any of the data of the Evotors. Now, legally speaking, since this was made by a bunch of thieves and criminals, who owns them? Like, can the company repossess them? I guess they're based on a lot of stuff. But, are you allowed to ask for your Evotar back? Because that feels like a freedom of information kind of thing. You know, like in Europe, you can ask for your information from EA and stuff. Can you ask for your Evotar from the company? I imagine so. I am so sorry. You knew her for like a few days. Jesus. Like, listen, if I played a game for a few days and I had like a really good friend in an MMO, like I never did in any MMO, I probably would be a bit sad, but I wouldn't slam a fucking wall over it. I'd be just like, oh man, really? Oh, that'd be sad for a day or two. But, you know, I guess the corporality is the things that makes it different. Because you can touch each other, hug each other, kiss each other, you're there physically. I imagine that creates a new barrier of, like, human interaction or something. Welcome to death. You fucking died, you dumbass. Good job. Maybe the key to the fish size is the past. You fuck up. No! Oh, I know what that is. That is the... You get... Really? Do you have to get the good ending to New Game Plus? That'd be dumb. That's dumb. Holy crap, that'd be dumb. Because all you do is one little side quest. That's so dumb. That's dumb. I hate it. I'm wiggling my little fingers at the TV screen. Ugh.